Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Mackenzie, this is Mackie Readings, and this is going to be my March wrap-up. I'll link my March TBR here if I remember how to do that, or it'll be in the description. Anyways, I had like huge goals in March. I had a reading challenge thing that I had made myself. Did I finish it? Not at all. Did I read off my TBR? No, I don't think I did. I kind of forget what was on it. So I'll show you what I actually did read, and I don't have anything to hold up, but I wrote them all down. So, oh, and I'll bring my story graph up. The first book I finished in March was First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. This was a book of the month pick. I think I started in February for Valentine's Day, and let's see if I rated it. I did. I gave it a 4.5 stars. What did I write about it? I shall read you the thoughts that I had. My first thoughts were super fun. I liked the characters. They were well-rounded, and I laughed a lot at the beginning. I put it down and then kept forgetting to pick it back up, which is why it took me so long to read. Finished at the end of March. It was so good. I loved it. It was a cute, happy ending. A little bit of like spicy scenes, but it wasn't overpowering. I don't have this in order of when I finished them. The next book I read was Maid Monster by Charlotte Powers. And this I did not rate. I shall rate it. I don't really know what to rate this book. So I have the first one by her, Maid Beast. This is it. It's like a mafia romance, Beauty and the Beast. The first one, Beauty and the Beast retelling. But it's like mafia romance. Yes, so Maid Monster, I enjoyed reading it. I thought it was fun. I think I'm burnt out from like spicy books because I read so much because they're just easier to read because it's not super like plot heavy. A lot of fantasy books you have to remember a bunch of things and the world building, the magic system, a bunch of characters' names. So I've been reading a lot of just like super fast, easy books that are set in like our world or really simply created worlds with just very simple storylines, just because I've been so tired with school and then working, I don't know, just life, that I haven't read complex plot driven books. So I still enjoy these books, but I feel like I'm burnt out from spicy books. So this one is spicy. I was enjoying the book still, like the characters and the plot, I guess, but yeah, I still liked it. I gave it 4 stars. Next, I read Twisted by Emily McIntyre, and this is part of a series. I think Hooked is the first one. When I listened to this one from the library, and I also read it on Kindle Unlimited. I kind of did both. And let's see, I did not rate it. And I don't know what I want to rate this one, actually. So, Twisted is part of the series from Emily McIntyre that are all like Disney movies, but not. Does that make sense? Hooked was like, who is it? Peter Pan, right? And then this is Twisted, and it is, instead of Jasmine, it's Yasmin, and then I think it's like, and that they're all, oh, here we go. Fractured Fairy Tale Reimagining of Aladdin. And it's a dark contemporary romance. There we go. So instead of Aladdin, I think it's Julian, but I think it's supposed to be Jafar. And it was okay. So this was like her family is in the diamond trade, but they're not really legit, you know, they do like black market deals, and I can't think, you know what I mean? And it's also age gap, which I completely kept forgetting about until it was mentioned. yeah, this one, it wasn't my favorite. I mean, I'll still continue the series because I've read a few now. I'll just continue whenever I see them on the library. But I don't know, it wasn't my favorite. I think I'd give it like a 3.5 because I liked it, I think, enough to continue, but do I really remember that much? Like, I remember a little bit. And it wasn't my favorite. The last book I read in the month of March was Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon. And in 2025, I have a goal to read 50 books from my shelf that I did not buy this year, but have owned previous to this year. And this was my 7th book out of that 50. Wow, I don't know if I'm gonna hit my goal. Anyways, so this was super hyped. Was it during COVID? I don't really remember, but I think it was. And it was super hyped. Everyone was reading it and talking about it. And I ended up buying one of like the ones from Indigo. And as soon as I read it, the next day, I took it to a used bookstore and got store credit. So, you know, for genre, I wrote down space, smut, and aliens. Did I like it? No. Was the writing good? No. Was it entertaining? Yes. Will I continue on with the series? No. Am I happy I read it? Sure. I'm happy I finally read it because the hype was crazy and everyone was talking about it. I was like, what the heck is happening? I gotta read this book. So I finally read it and I got rid of a book. So that's super cool that I cleaned the shelf a little bit. I actually took a bag of books in, didn't take a video, but I think I know what ones I got rid of. I wrote them down so I can do a unhaul eventually here. So let's rate Ice Planet Barbarians, shall we? It was, like, some parts were really funny, so I guess I shouldn't say the writing was bad. The writing was funny. I don't mean that in like a bad way, but when it would be in like the different chapters, they didn't understand each other for some of the book. After a point, they do like she understands him and can speak his language because of something that happens. Anyways, before she knows what he's saying, it's kind of funny reading the chapters where she writes it phonetically, so the spelling's not right, but you can like understand what's being said. I'm gonna go through my month of March on Storygraph. Let's see about the books I've read. Okay, I read 4 books. It turned out to be 1,548 pages. On average, it took me about 13 days to finish a book. Moods, it seems like a quarter of the books, a quarter of this pie chart was funny. Oh wow, it's like perfect looking. Look at that. So there's funny, lighthearted, emotional, adventurous, tense, hopeful, and dark. Pace, 67% medium, 33% fast. And then most of my books were in the 300 to 499 page number range. Okay, and it was 100% fiction. Did I have nonfiction books on my TBR? Yes. Did I read them? Yes. Did I finish any? No. And the genres I read were romance, contemporary, science fiction, and fantasy. And yeah, oh, my ratings this time weren't super good. My average rating was 3.75. Nora snoring. There. And those were the books I finished in March. I'm actually really impressed I did manage to read 4 books. I didn't think I read that much. I think I finished maybe like 1 or 2 books. But going through, I actually finished 4 books. It's pretty good. And not my like most excited about the books that I read. Not the best books, but I enjoyed them. It was entertaining. I read to be entertained. Sometimes I read to learn, sometimes I read just to be entertained, and this was definitely a month of entertainment and reading books that were hyped. Out of the books I read this month, I think my favorite would have to be Let's see. First time caller. I think that would have to be my favorite one. I laughed a lot while I was reading it. Like on my lunch break, I was laughing out loud so other people could hear me laugh, which is like good and unusual. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll put up the link again here to my TBR that I had for March, and you can see how entirely different they were. Everything on my TBR, I don't think I read anything. And I've read completely different books. That's what happens when you're a mood reader. And also when you put your TBR somewhere and forget where you put it. So, yeah. Thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.